Jerry, have you got a minute?
Gosh, may I forget it.
Yes, you have.
I've got to see Weisskopf right away.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't have to see Weisskopf.
Yeah, but I do.
No, you don't.
What are you talking about?
Do you ever read a story of the three bears? There was the Papa Bear and the Mama Bear and the Kammer Bear. They came out to Hollywood to start a boys' school, remember? A couple of them were engaged to be married or something. That's right, they were engaged. What do you know about that?
What?
Well, anyway, they did start a boys' school. They started a boys' school and had a big office and everything was lovely. But then suddenly they came to work one morning and where their office had been was a beautiful fountain instead. And the Mama Bear said to the Papa Bear, "What the hell do you know about that?"
May, stop clowning. What is it?
And this came as a great surprise to the Papa Bear because he thought everything that glittered just had to be gold.
You know, if you're going to talk in circles...
All right, I'll stop talking in circles, Jerry. We're washed up.
What are you talking about?
I said we're washed up, through, finished, out.
Who said we were out? How do you know we're out?
I knew it myself when we didn't hear back about those tests. I felt it. And then 10 minutes ago, Helen and Hobart walked in here.
What did she say?
She handed the school right back to us. Seems she had nothing to do with it, and that tells the story.
That doesn't mean anything. You can't tell me what she says.
Oh, you can't? Then I'll show you something that does mean something, and you can answer this one.
May, something terrible has happened.
I know it.
You can't. It's Mr. Walker. Susan has to go back home. They're leaving tomorrow.
May, what were you starting to tell me?
Did you hear what I said, May? Susan has to go back home.
Shut up, George! What were you going to tell me?
God sakes, stop a minute. George, we've got more important things.
There couldn't be more important things.
Well, there are. We're fired, George. We haven't got jobs anymore.
What?
How do you know, May? How do you know we're fired?
I'll show you how I know.
You mean the window washer?
I was only talking to Glogauer yesterday.
So you see, it's true, Jerry.
You mean there isn't any school anymore?
That's the idea, George.
But why? Then what about Susan?
Oh, let up on Susan. Besides, I thought you said she was going home.
Yeah, but if you get her a job right away.
That's good work.
Oh, it don't take long, you see. I never use permanent paint on those doors.
I suppose we might as well pack our things together. Don't take it so hard, Jerry. You've been up against it before.
But not this. This got me all in a heap.
Don't let it lick you, Jerry. We'll pull out of it some way. We always have.
Yeah, May, but not this. Something like this is... What are we going to do?
What do you say we go to Hollywood? I hear they're panic-stricken out there. They'll fall like the next for the first people that seem to know it's
But the important thing is your retakes!
It's your retake!
If you retakes and they aren't any good, you've got no picture!
Oh, it's the retake!
Yes, the retakes, all right?
Susan! Anything happened after I left?
I just came back to get my books and things. Oh, George!
Susan, you can't go back like this. It isn't fair. Why, you were just made for the talkies. You and I both. Did you tell your father we were waiting for Technicolor?
He just said stop being a fool and come on home.
But giving up with your career only half car?
He wants Mother to, too. He says eating all his meals in restaurants, that it's ruining his stomach.
But you got your own life to live. You can't give up your career on account of your father's stomach.
It's no use, George. You don't know Father. Why, when the first talking pictures came to Columbus, he stood up and talked right back to him.
I guess your father's a pretty hard man to get on with.
Oh, you don't know, George. It's going to be terrible going back to Columbus after all this.
I'm not going to let you go back, Susan. Something's got to be done about it.
But it's so hopeless, George.
Could you find Mr. Glogauer for me?
I'm terribly sorry, Doctor. I'm looking for this playwright, and there's a drunken man following me all around.
Excuse me, but have you seen Mr. Glogauer? I've been trying to find him, but nobody seems to know where he is.
You one of the chosen people?
What?
Do you work here?
Oh, I thought you meant was I. Yeah, I'm Dr. Lewis.
Yes. About Mr. Glogauer. Tell me something. It won't go any further. Have you ever actually seen Mr. Glogauer?
Oh, yes, lots of times.
That's so. Actually seen him, huh? I suppose you've been working here a good many years.
No, only about 6 weeks.
6 weeks. I wouldn't have thought it possible.
Do you work here too?
Yes, you see, Doctor, I'm supposed to be a playwright. Probably doesn't mean anything to you, but my name is Lawrence Vail. It doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
Nope.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, is that what you're doing here? Writing plays?
Not so far, I'm not.
Well then, what are you doing?
Don't ask me that. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I never wanted to come out to this godforsaken country. I have a beautiful apartment in New York and friends. But they hounded me and belabored me and hammered me until you would have thought if I didn't get out here by the 15th of October, every camera in Hollywood would stop clicking.
You don't say.
And so I came. In a moment of weakness, I came. That was 6 months ago. I have an office and a secretary, and I draw my check every week. But so far, no one has taken the slightest notice of me. I haven't received an assignment, and I haven't met anyone outside of the girl in the auditor's office who hands me my check. And in short, Dr. Lewis, I haven't done a single thing.
Why do you suppose they were so anxious to have you come out then?
Who knows? Or those signs, or that woman sitting at that thing, or this room, or 1,000 other things.
Don't you like it out here?
Dr. Lewis, I think Hollywood and this darling industry of yours is the most god-awful thing I've ever run into. Everybody behaving in the most fantastic fashion. Nobody acting like a human being. I brought out here like $100 and paid a fat salary. Nobody notices me. Not that I might be any good, it's just an indication. Thousands of dollars thrown away every day. Why is that? Do you know?
No, sir.
There you are. Plenty of good minds to come out here. Why aren't they used? Why must everything be dressed up in this goddamn hokum? Waiting in a room like this and having those morons shove the placard under your nose every minute. Why is that?
I don't know.
Me neither. The whole business is in the hands of incompetence, that's all. But I don't have to stay here, and I'm not gonna. I tried to see Mr. Glogauer. God knows I tried to see him. But it can't be done. So you can tell Mr. Glogauer for me that he can take his contract and put it where it'll do the most good. I'm going home and thank you very much for listening to me.
There's a lot of what you say, Mr. Vail. I've been having a good deal of trouble myself.
You bet there's a lot of what I say, only somebody should tell it to Glogauer.
That's right. Well, look, why don't you go and make an appointment with Mr. Glogauer and tell him?